So day 2, Declan, here in Ireland. Yesterday was a great visit. Today's visit here to Takumi. We're actually here coincidentally at the same time as this SMX2100ST's gone in. Why did they buy it?
Well, as you know, I've been working with Takumi for a long time, and Takumi are a very innovative company, you know, and they're always asking and looking for leading cutting technology, and they've always saying what's new in the Doosan brand. You know, they like Doosan because, to be honest with you, they get great backup and service. As I said, we've got a great invested interest in Doosan. Mills CNC, should I say, have a great invested interest in the Irish markets, you know. The reason why they bought it was because they're looking for floor space, and they're thinking, well, this machine here, a lot of people probably look at it as a mill turn, full mill turn machine, where I look at it as, you know, it has so much flexibility in it. It's got 2 5-axis inside there with turning capabilities. And then you've got a long shaft machine, and then you've also got a max turning diameter, 600 mil diameter. So how can you have all that sort of, you know, within this envelope?
Well, let's get the camera a bit closer. If we can get the camera into the machine, we'll be able to see some of these points. Walk us through, Declan, everything from, let's start on the main spindle, through to your head, through to your second spindle and your turret.
Okay. So what we've got here is, on this particular machine, the SMX2100ST style machine, we've got a 9-inch capacity, or sorry, a 9-inch chuck. Okay, now that's a full C-axis machine. Then we've got the head, which is a B-axis Captor C6 tooling. You know, you've got a 60-station tool changer there. So with that full B-axis, it's 120 degrees either way.
Well, let's just look at that, because that's tiny. From there to there and there to there. Yeah. That's pretty compact.
Yeah, absolutely, because we've only got 1 meter between centers on this machine. So, but we've also got an exact same power, you've got 22 kilowatts of power there.
On the second spindle?
On the second spindle. So I'd always class that as a twin spindle, not a sub-spindle. So we've got a twin spindle here. So if you can imagine with this robot that's going to be actually integrated onto this machine, we can now load up a certain size, like if you've got a Y-axis on this machine.
And has this got a Y as well?
Yeah, it's got a Y-axis, and it's it's not a compound Y-axis, it's actually like a RAM-type Y-axis. So no matter where you move up on the X-axis, you're still maintaining the travel. You know, so that allows you then to treat this machine as a 5-axis machine.
Because one bit we didn't talk about, which the camera would have picked up, is the turret as well. So can this turret work on the front, the back? Can it work in line, in conjunction with the milling?
Absolutely, yeah. It can work on either spindle. You can pinch turn with this. So because it's obviously on a different plane, this one's looking down on the vertical, you can still pinch turn. But this type of machine is not all about speed. Where I would look at the lower turret is because of, say, extra tooling capacity, and also long tools that can't go into the tool changer. So what you've got now is, say the tool changer capacity is 350 mil long, you need a 400 mil boring bar for an application, we now can actually drop it down onto the lower turret. So it's having that flexibility. So when you go to the level, yes, you've got 2 tools in cut all the time if you want on transfer, but bear in mind as well that if you've got a 5-axis machine here and you want to do the 6 side, you can transfer across onto this sub-spindle and finish the part and have it coming off complete.
Okay, yeah, very interesting. And then you see here, this is then, is this where your tool changer is?
Yeah, that's where the tool changer is. So for loading in, it's Captor C6. It's very easy loaded into the controller, So.
And the control system here, you're using FANUC on these, which again is obviously a popular choice.
It's a 15-inch touchscreen. FANUC is one of is DNC Solutions, as we say now, biggest customer. So the reality of it is, and the good thing about this cell as well, when the automation cell comes in, that control is going to be behind the cell, but we're actually bringing the FANUC controller outside of the cell. So the guys will be able to change offsets and work with it in the same way, stop the machine. So there's a lot going on, when the cell is complete. I'm sure, obviously,
we'll come back and see it when it's done. I mean, this is the second SMX machine that they've got here at Takumi. And what's important to stress, I would have said this at the start, this has just landed here this morning, hence our invitation. The guy's drilling the holes in the floor, ready for this to move back. And then tell us what's going to sit here.
Well, what we have is a 35 kg FANUC robot. It's called a Synergy Sprint system. So what we've got is the table there, like so it can hold up to 36, 38 components on the table. So the reality of it is it's, you know, it's all Mills' own software. They've developed it, you know, they're integrating it onto the machine. The beauty about it is the way they're integrating it as well. We're not sending 40 or 50 wires into the back of the machine the old integration way. What we're doing is through software. So, you know, you've got a power supply, you've got an air supply, you've got an RJ45 cable. So what we're doing is basically all the inputs and the outputs and all the commands, we're changing it on the ladder grind on the front end of the machine. So we're changing the ladder grind in the machine through software here.
This machine is just going to keep running, basically.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Unmanned running, automation, available from Mills CNC, and not just where I come from, in England and surrounding areas, of course, here in Ireland. Very, very well represented. Thank you very much, Declan.
Thank you very much, Paul, for having me.